Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Nicky Phenom, a singer-songwriter who has dared to dream and is now on a mission to capture that dream. I created this channel not only to share my original music, but also to document my journey and share my experiences along the way in hopes that it helps to inspire, motivate, and educate you and others like us so that we can grow together as artists. In this video, I'm going to talk about my original song, Where Have You Gone? What inspired me to write it, and what it's all about. So Where Have You Gone is an original song written by me that I actually released back in August of 2025. But I had written it and created a demo for it like 7 years prior to that. It was sitting on the back burner for a very long time, and the reason for that is because I was still pretty new to the music scene at that time. I just barely started writing, and I really didn't have the know-how or the resources to go about getting it professionally recorded and produced. This song is very special to me because it's one of the first songs that I'd ever written, and it is the first song that I ever felt confident in as far as wanting to share it with the public. It's the first song that ever really allowed me to believe in myself as a songwriter. If you haven't heard this song before, I'll leave a link so that you can go and check it out and give it a listen. Most of my music is I guess it leans more towards like an acoustic sound, I would say. This one is quite different. It was more electric and kind of like a soft rock kind of touch to it. So I had just moved to Florida with my family, and I was working at a mattress store, and we used to, work like 10-hour shifts, and it would be so dead sometimes. In fact, we had a lot of downtime, and so I had just purchased a guitar because I was wanting to learn how to play, and I started bringing that with me to work so that I could practice there. And I just remember I started with some basic chords, and it all started with a chorus. So what inspired this song? Well, most of my music is based on my own personal life experiences and feelings. But this particular writing was inspired by someone else's tragic story. It was actually a good friend of mine who experienced a heartbreaking loss of a loved one. I'm not going to name names or give too much detail on this out of respect for her. This is her story to tell, not mine. Let's just say that sometimes life can deal us a pretty crushing blow, and it can be really unfair sometimes. Sometimes bad things happen to good people, and unexpected deaths of the people we love, especially when gone too soon. It's horrible and it's heartaching, and it happens. You have no control over it. It happened, and now you just have to learn to accept that, deal with it and manage that so that you can somehow find a way, the strength to carry on in this world without them. I don't believe you ever really get over something like that. It's just something I think you have to learn to deal with, and hopefully can find that strength to just push through it and go on living as best you know how. So I was thinking of my friend actually when I was writing this. I had never lost anyone close to me personally, so I was trying to imagine what it must feel like to go through something like that. I was trying to write it from her perspective and from maybe others who had experienced and had to go through something like this. So this song is pretty straightforward. I wrote it in such a way that anybody who's experienced loss like this could relate to the song. It's basically a song about, like I said, having lost someone you love, feeling that sadness, frustration, that that emptiness, like as if a piece of you is now missing, and you're having to deal with that feeling and just muster up this strength, right, to just manage that and try to get through it. It's a sad song. It's a sad song. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I'm not going to drag this out and torture you guys any more than I have to. You pretty much got the gist of it, I think. That's the meat and potatoes of the song. If you haven't heard the song already, be sure to go and check that out and let me know what you think in the comments. Well, I'm Nicky Phenom. Until next time, remember, keep rocking, follow your dreams, and believe it can happen.